Hello everyone, welcome to At America TV. My name is James, one of the e-guides here at America, and we welcome audience members joining us online. We hope that you're doing well and staying safe. At America is the United States Embassy's American Center, and our mission is to provide a space for young Indonesians to learn more about the United States. For those of you who are joining us through Zoom, welcome. There are a couple of features that you can use to actively participate with us. You can leave your questions in the Q&A box section and use our chat box section to say hi to the panelists and our other participants. In this episode, we'll be having reading between the lines. But before we begin, let's break the ice with a little game. I have here a question for everyone. True or false, habitual readers are more civic-minded? Stay tuned until the end of this program because we'll be giving a live shout out to whoever can answer correctly on our social media. Other than that, I'd like to let everyone know that as continuation of our 10th anniversary celebration and Black History Month in February, we are having an activity along with a giveaway, and that giveaway is an iPhone 12 Pro. So if you're interested, stay tuned until the end of this program because we'll to find out how to join the giveaway. Other than that, don't forget to take a selfie and tag at America's Instagram account. Now, without further ado, let me introduce everyone to the speaker for today, Ibu Hafilia R. Ismanto, an ETS-approved TOEFL IBT facilitator from the International Test Center, Indonesia. Ibu Hafil, the stage is yours.
Thank you, James. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Okay, so welcome to our Reading Between the Lines session. And this is the third session, actually. So we've had sessions before. Okay, hi, everybody. Right, everybody is just, Prithvi is saying hello in the chat box. Okay, uh, so I would like to be interactive with you, even though we are now like having a distance, yeah, in our Zoom. We don't meet face to face, but we can see. Hi, hello, hi, Triana. So we can see each other through the screen. Please, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have anything, okay, that you would like to ask and clarify that you're not sure of, just use the chat box for the time being, okay? All right, so let's continue. I'm going to share my screen now, okay? And we will be talking about, hold on, let me just share my screen. We will be talking about the, all right, hold on, yeah. So you can see my screen. So as you can see, we will be using the Mentimeter later on, right? But all right, here we go. Now, I'm just going to review for those of you who have just joined us, all right, and missed the two sessions previously, that's okay, because actually this is what we were talking about. I'm sure that all of you who are here, or most of you who are here who already joined the previous sessions already know that when we talk about reading between the lines, we are talking about implied meaning or something that is not stated and we have to figure out, make connections, right? Okay. And this was the last, I think we did this, right? Because usually in any assessment or in any reading passage, so actually this is not in an assessment. Okay, what I mean by assessment, this is not a problem, a test item that you will see in a TOEFL or in an IELTS for that matter, or even in the Pearson test of English, because I know that uh, most of you already know that we have like proficiency tests now, right? And we have the TOEFL IBT, we have the Pearson test of English, we also have the IELTS, right? The academic training for IELTS. Now, so this is an exercise that we did previously, and this is not something that is common that you will find in a reading test item. But the idea that we discussed was that you usually will do have, okay, will have like paragraph. So this is a short paragraph. And we discussed that when you read paragraph, because this is a paragraph, later on test items, you will have paragraphs, that's plural, meaning it's going to be longer, of course. your reading passage is going to consist of several paragraphs, and we're going to practice, right? We need to understand first from sentences to paragraphs. So this is one paragraph, right? And from this paragraph, we need to know which statements there. This is just the practice towards later on when you have a whole passage. So we need to know, usually we need to know which of the statements from 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 are true, okay, and which are false. And we're not going to do this because we have done it, right? And we have this, we have decided, okay, for those of you who already joined last time, we have decided that only the first statement, which is statement number 6, is true. Now, I'm not going to discuss about the answer. I will discuss more about why, how can we answer, how can we get to the answer, which is, of course, in any given text, please, when you read text, now you've got to make it a habit of jotting the information down as much as you can, as quick as you can, so that you will know the organization, what is this text talking about. And usually, what kind of information do we read? Do we write down? Do we jot down? So it's information regarding WH questions. We have 5 WH questions, right? The what, the who, the where, then we have the when, we have the why, and of course we have the 1H, which is the how. Now remember that how can also be extended to how many, how much, depending on the topic that is being discussed in the reading text. Yeah. So this is just a reminder. Note taking is very important. Maybe because this is just one paragraph, maybe you think, oh, I can remember everything. This is very clear. Fine. But when you are dealing later on, okay, with a whole passage which consists of more than one paragraph, in an academic proficiency test like IELTS and TOEFL IBT, the passage will consist of around 700 to 750 words. Okay, which means that it will consist around 5 of these paragraphs, sometimes 6. Now, that's the time when you really need to jot down your notes. Remember, when you jot down your notes, you use the 5 WH plus the 1 H. Okay. Now, so just very quickly before we move on, all right, just very quickly, let's see, can all of you see this, right? I hope this is very clear. Is it okay, guys? Can you see it? Just give me a reaction. Okay, I think all of you can see it. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, okay, great. Thank you. Yeah. Hi, Diding. Hello. All right. Now, so your culture, okay. Now I'm going to ask you to look at this and let's read this together. Pay attention to when I read it because I don't just read words. I try to read the meanings of those words, right? And I try to chunk. Chunk means to separate the long sentence into meaningful parts. That's one thing about reading. Before we go on even to thinking about what's implied and what's explicit, you all need to know, how to read sentences and make those words in the sentences meaningful. How do we do that? We've got to chunk it. So the first sentence, now that's 3 lines. So that's a long sentence, right? Your culture instills in you, and I'm going to take a pause, a variety of beliefs, values, and attitudes about such things as success, how you define it and how you should achieve it, the relevance of religion, race, or nationality, and the ethical principles you should follow in business and in your personal life. Okay, so notice that I do not read your culture instills you a variety of beliefs, values, attitudes, such things as success, how you define it and how you should achieve it, the relevance of religion, race, or nationality, and the ethical principles you should follow in business and in your personal life. Okay, if you are reading like that, even though you are not saying it out loud, but if you're reading it like that in your mind, those words will not make any sense. You're just reading words, and that's not what reading is all about. Reading literacy is number one, being able to cut the long sentence into meaningful units. So we've got to know what is the first group of words. That is your subject. What's the second group of words that starts with the verb? Okay. And what are other groups of words that becomes the object of the verb? Like it or not, we're going to have to understand that. So look at the first sentence. Your culture, that's actually the subject. Yeah. Your culture, okay, the subject is always a noun. Remember that it's always a noun. Culture. That's actually the main subject, right? Whose culture? Your culture. What does your culture do? What does the sentence say about your culture? Does it do something? Yes, it does. Your culture instills, okay, that's the verb, instills in you a variety of beliefs. Your culture instills in you a variety of beliefs, values, and attitudes. Okay? Beliefs, values, and attitudes about such things as success, how you define it, and how you should achieve it. Again, we have the referent words there, it. So that's the referent words. Can you tell me now, those of you who are joining in the Zoom, can you please tell me what does it refer to? Okay, can you just write it on your chat box? Go ahead. Who wants to try? Thank you, Diding. Diding already start success. Okay, the others? Your culture instills in you a variety of beliefs, values, and attitudes about such things as success, how you define it, and how you should achieve it. Okay, Reno, agree with Diding. Ivan, look again. Okay, so actually it refers to success. Yeah, instills in you, right? Blah, 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 blah. Such things as success. How you define it, how you define success, and how you achieve success. Okay? Gotta get that straight. That is still explicit, yeah? Okay, but you should know. Reference. All right. The relevance of religion. Again, look now. Second thing that you've got to also be very familiar with is the punctuation mark. Look at the punctuation mark. What kind of punctuation mark do we have here? Anyone? What do we call that? Lutfia? Yes. Ivan? Good. Yes. Okay. So some of your friends in joining the Zoom will have already said semicolon. That's a semicolon because so if it is a colon, you have that 2 dots, right? Now the semicolon means you have a dot on top and then you have like a comma on the bottom. That's a semicolon. Now what you have to understand, what we all have to understand is, why do we put a semicolon there? What does it mean? What happens if there is a semicolon in a reading text? Does the phrase or the group of words that comes after the semicolon, does it tell you why about the group of words that come before the semicolon? That does it tell you the same information, give you information, the same information as the group of words that comes before the semicolon? Okay. Does it give you a list of something, of the words that come before the semicolon? The function is the same as, okay, so someone said that the function actually, it is the same sentence, right? The same idea, yeah? It gives you additional information about what has already been stated before. Okay, so we're still talking about beliefs, values, and attitudes, the relevance of religion, race, or nationality. So that still talks about the beliefs, the values, what do we mean? Okay, and we're still talking about that, the ethical principles you should follow in business and in your personal life. So this is all the things that culture instills in us, a wide variety of beliefs, values, attitudes, such as success, such as the relevance of religion, such as ethical principles. Okay, get it? All right, next sentence. These teachings, now you should be reading these teachings. That's the subject, yeah? What's the verb? Provide. What does it provide? The teachings. Benchmark. What about the benchmark? The benchmarks against which you can measure yourself. Next sentence, the verb is, okay, not the noun, the verb is anyone knows? Now that's the wrong one for you. Remember that sometimes we have long sentences with long subjects. Verb, verb. Your ability, blah, 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 to achieve what your culture defines as success, for example, contributes. Break the sentence down. Break the sentence down. Find the subject. What is the subject? Is it only your ability? Look at the sentence. That's a long sentence. Okay. All right. Now listen to me. Listen to me. Your ability to achieve what your culture defines as success, for example, contributes to a positive self-concept. Can you notice that from the way I read it to you? Your ability to achieve what your culture defines as success, for example, contributes to a positive self-concept. Yes. Okay. So notice that I read that as a whole, those words. Your ability to achieve what your culture defines as success, for example, contributes. Okay? So actually, you break that sentence down into that's your subject, your ability to achieve what your culture defines as success. contributes to what? A positive self-concept, additional information. In the same way, your failure to achieve, okay, so you look at the next sentence, you see your failure to achieve what your culture encourages. Can you see that sentence? All right. Your failure to achieve what your culture encourages will contribute to a negative self-concept. That's what I want you to be able to do. Because then you will read faster and you will be able to understand. So it's not just your ability terus napa to achieve. Achieve what? Your culture defines as success. Okay, yes, you can do that, but that's like the shorter version. Remember, this is the long version, so it doesn't stop there. Your ability, if I put, if I put a full stop here, your ability to achieve your culture defines as success. It's not a sentence, okay? Because a success, what? Right? So this is the whole subject. Your ability to achieve what your culture defines as success, for example, contributes to a positive self-concept. In the same way, now we're talking about your failure to achieve what your culture encourages. And you see that? Your ability to achieve what your culture defines as success versus your failure to achieve what your culture encourages. And you have the verb contributes, you have the verb will contribute. You see how those sentences are organized, right? Before the semicolon, so it must be a full sentence, yeah? So this is actually two full sentences, okay? So you have one sentence, and this is an additional information. It agrees with whatever that you're saying, give you additional information with the sentence before, okay? Will contribute to a negative self-concept. When you read, now that's what I need you to be able to do. When you read it like that, you're going to get better understanding of what this paragraph and what the long sentences are talking about, right? Okay, so what do you think? Which one is the right one? Just don't tell me which one is false, but if you have this sentence, this is just two sentences, right? It's already like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It was already 8 lines there. Just two sentences. Okay. So can you tell me which one is right? Is 11 okay? Just write it down if you want. Okay. I'll be waiting on the chat box. Which one is true? Number 11, number 12, number 13, number 14, or number 15? Which one is true? According. Hello, can you hear me? Is everybody okay? Hello. Can you write it in your chat box? Okay, Reno already wrote it. Anyone? Number 14 only. Reno only answered number 14. So that means only number 14. One, give you 30 seconds. Anyone else? Which one is true? 14 or 11? It's confusing. Okay, Triana. All right. Bye, Triana. you can watch it in the YouTube, I guess, later on in the live streaming later on. Yeah. Okay. 15 is false by Tiana. Okay. 15 is false. Right. So, okay, let's read it. Number 11. People with positive self-concepts often have achieved their culture's notions of success. People with positive self-concept often have achieved their culture's notion of success. Look at this sentence. Your ability to achieve what your culture defines as success contributes to a positive self-concept. If you look at this sentence and this sentence, does that agree with each other or not? The two sentences, does it agree? Your ability to achieve what your culture defines as success contributes to a positive self-concept. Is it the same? By saying people with positive, nih ya, people with positive self-concept kan often have achieved their culture's notion of success. Nah, sama atau tidak sama itu? Sama apa nggak sama? Your ability to achieve what your culture defines as success contributes to a positive self-concept. People with positive self-concept, ini kan kalimatnya dia balik jadinya sekarang. People with positive self-concept often have achieved their culture's notion of success. Sama atau tidak sama? Mikir dulu deh, 15 detik. Here we go. People with positive self-concept, kenapa? This one, people, what contributes to positive self-concept? Ability to achieve what your culture defines as success. Jadi, di sini, positive self-concept is the effect, not the cause. Memang. Berarti betul. It's true. Because the meaning is the same. Even though this starts with positive self-concept. Dibalik tapi arti tetap sama. Jadi di sini your ability-nya to achieve itu contribute to positive self-concept. Di kalimat nomor 11, positive self-concept itu, ya kan, orang yang memiliki positive self-concept biasanya sudah achieve their culture's notion of success. That is actually the same. Ya, kalimat susunan kalimatnya memang dibalik, but the meaning stays the same. Okay, so number 11 is the same. Which one is also true based on this? Nah, ini belum inference loh, ini belum inference. Ini sebetulnya masih we are still talking about explicit. Apa yang ada. Nah, ini model-modelnya begini nih soal ya. Explicit, tapi kan I have already discussed it previously. We have agreed. Okay, for those of you who just joining, that's fine. But even though it is explicit, yeah, even though the questions refer to something that is explicit, walaupun pertanyaannya atau statementnya itu mengacu kepada sesuatu yang sudah yang tertulis, bukan tersirat dengan jelas, namun bentuknya will never be the same. Gak bakalan dia nulis plek-plek. Okay, remember my plek-plek. Copy paste. Ya, ini masih literal berarti, masih explicit understanding. Oke, itu sama sebetulnya artinya. Nah, most cultures do not believe that race or religion are relevant. Ini udah pasti salah kan? Karena it says here the relevance of religion, race, or nationality. Itu kan, your culture instills you a variety of beliefs, values, attitudes. Your culture, kenapa lagi? Ada juga relevance of religion and so and so. Itu udah pasti salah. Number 13, people often ignore their culture beliefs about ethical principles. Ignore, you have to understand what the word ignore means. Do you care or not? If you ignore something, kalau kamu ignore something, care or not care? Ignore means tidak mengacuhkan, ya, berarti pasti false. Oke, karena di situ ditulis relevance, ada juga, sorry, after relevance bla bla bla, and the ethical principles you should follow, right? So it's false. Number 14, self-concept is affected by both success and failure. Benar nggak? Lihat kalimat terakhir. Yang panjang tadi loh, your ability to achieve what your culture defines as success contributes to a positive self-concept. In the same way, your failure to achieve what your culture encourages, failure to achieve what your culture encourages will contribute to a negative self-concept. Jadi, bisa nggak kita mengatakan di situ, self-concept is affected. Bedanya ini ya, guys. One is affected. Affected with an A. Ini the verb. Mempengaruhi. Kalau effect with an E, okay, with an E, kalau di sini effect, itu artinya pengaruhnya, dampaknya. Verbnya apa? Sesuatu yang mempengaruhi kita sebut effect. Oke? Okay? So, ini gimana nih? Mau true or false? Is this true or false? True or false? Self-concept dipengaruhi, konsep mengenai diri kita sendiri dipengaruhi oleh both success and failure. Last sentence. Ini rujukannya ada di last sentence. Oke? Okay? And the answer is, saya kasih waktu dulu 10 detik supaya mikir. Hello, can you still hear me at America? Karena saya di sini, my internet connection is unstable. You still hear me ya? Coba 10 detik berpikir, what do you think? Is it true or false? Okay, the answer is true. Sama kan? Berarti the long sentence there, your ability to achieve what your culture defines as success, itu menjadi karena iya, yeah, it's the same, right? Your failure to achieve, kalau kita kegagalan kita untuk mencapai apa yang menurut kultur kita itu sesuatu yang baik, ya itu akan efek mempengaruhi self concept yang negatif. Jadi sama dengan self concept is affected by both success and failure. It can be positive, it can be negative. Alright? Number 15, your self concept can never change. Nah, ini gimana nih? Nggak ada yang ngomong tuh mau change kayak nggak change. Tapi gimana ya? Coba mikir. Ini statement ini nggak ada di situ. Jadi berarti harus ngambil kesimpulan sendiri ya, menarik kesimpulan dari semua ini. Is it true or not? Can it change? Okay, your self-concept can never change. Nggak bisa berubah. Frankly speaking, it can. Karena tergantung kalau you achieve, right? Kan kita tidak seterusnya akan begini. Gitu loh. Tergantung karena it depends if you can achieve, right? Apa yang sudah digariskan oleh kultur yang katanya oke, baik, ya berarti kamu akan merasa bahwa dirimu you will have a positive self image. Tapi kalau kita gagal ya kita jadi negative self image. Tapi kan in our lives, I don't think that kita gagal terus gitu ya. We will experience the ups and downs. So it's not true that self concept can never change karena it depends. When you achieve, you will feel that you have a good self concept of yourself, positive self concept. Okay, when you don't, you're going to feel you have a negative self-concept for yourself. Nah, sekarang saya masuk dulu sebelum kita lari-lari ke inference. Karena memang kita bicara inference, tapi basic dari ini semua adalah paraphrasing. Kalau kita punya tadi yang literal, dulu paraphrase. Coba choose the correct synonym. Paraphrasing itu apa sih? Tadi kan saya bilang, it is never, even yang literal pun, tidak pernah dia copy paste gitu loh. Nggak pernah nanti kalimat yang sama dia ambil dari the text and put it in an option. Never. They will change the sentence. How do they change the sentence? Itu what we call paraphrasing. How do we paraphrase? This is what we call number one, we paraphrase. Kalimat itu diparafrase dengan synonym. Ya, memakai synonym, using synonym. So for example nih, look at the sentence, he felt uneasy, but he didn't know why. Sekarang kita mau bilang he felt uneasy. Uneasy itu bisa diganti dengan kata-kata which one? Anxious atau fearful? So you have already, some of you have already answered me. Anxious. That's right. Jadi nanti kalau ada jawaban yang he felt anxious with no reason. Itu sama apa nggak sama gitu dengan yang ini? Sama karena dia hanya merubah because they use synonym. Ya, itu literal. Not inference yet. Yuk, another one. Lack of calcium can result in malformed teeth. Nah, ini kita bukan soal sinonim nih sekarang. Kita pakai sinonim dan kita sudah rubah-rubah tadi ya, seperti the about the self concept, right? Tadi yang self concept itu sebetulnya terjadi karena apa? Disebabkan karena apa? Lalu sekarang kalau paraphrasing gaya begini nih, gaya sentence ini bukan gaya sinonim saja. Lack of calcium can result in malformed teeth. Pertanyaan saya, ini benar nggak dua-duanya? The blue one and the green one. Is that the same meaning? Can we say that the sentence in the blue box means the same as the sentence in the purple box and the sentence in the green box? Also the same with the sentence in the purple box. Okay, good. I got some answer. Jadi kita lagi ngomongin apa sih? That's my question. What is the subject of this sentence? Subjeknya apa? What is the subject of the sentence? Lack of calcium can result in malformed teeth. What's the subject? Okay, lack of calcium. Ya, lack of cell itu that is what happened, right? Gara-gara kan gitu kan, can result in gara-gara lack of calcium. Apa yang bisa terjadi? Malformed teeth. Nah, jadi the sentence insufficient calcium. Can you see? Itu bentuknya sama ya. Bentuk sentence-nya sama loh. Insufficient calcium. Diganti kan? Lack of calcium. Di replace by using insufficient calcium. Berarti do you see the synonym? Lihat ya sinonimnya. Nih, lack of calcium, di sini dia pakai insufficient calcium. Itu berarti sama. Gitu loh. Oke. Kenapa? Sama, ini sama persis. This is the same. Dia sama persis. Can result in malformed teeth. Terus dia pakai nambah. One effect is mishappen teeth. Itu ada mishappen teeth itu berarti yang tidak teratur. Oke. Nah, di sebelah kanan, the right box that you see, right? Mishappen teeth. Kita bukan, jadi the structure of the sentence-nya berubah. Can you see that? Kalau the blue one, the structure of the sentence is the same. Subjeknya sama. Hanya dia memakai, it uses paraphrase dengan sinonim. Lack diganti dengan insufficient. Nah, kalau di sebelah kanan, kita nggak bicara kalsiumnya dulu, kita bicara si malformed teeth. Ganti ya, dirubah subjeknya. Mishappen teeth are caused. Nah, do you see the difference here? Lack of calcium result in. Di sini jadinya malformed teeth atau mishappen teeth itu kan bukan can result dong, are caused kan yang menyebabkan dia nih, right? Are caused by an insufficient, again and again, use that synonym for lack, intake of calcium, which is the same. Ya, nah, jadi kalian sudah mulai sebetulnya asal usulnya dari sini. Gitu. Literal comprehension itu saya harus, karena kita ribut dengan inferencing, but I need you to also understand. Mentang-mentang literal, it doesn't mean that they will use the same words from the text. It doesn't in the question, in the option. It doesn't mean that they're going to use the exact same structure of sentence. They're going to change the structure. They're going to use synonyms, different words. Okay? So, apa sekarang, kenapa kita belajar ini? It is important for you to understand synonyms and sentence structure. Pasif, aktif, siapa yang menyebabkan apa. Okay, next. Anxiety is a feeling. It occurs when someone dreads something unknown. Are these two boxes containing sentences that are the same or not? The feeling of anxiety results when someone is uneasy but doesn't know why. Sama nggak ya dengan It occurs when someone, ini kan udah jelas nih, anxiety is a feeling. Ini juga the feeling of anxiety. Nah, ini the next sentence says it occurs when someone dreads something unknown. Berarti results when someone is uneasy but doesn't know why. Is that the same? Does that give you the same meaning? The one on the left, the blue one, does it give you the same meaning? The feeling of anxiety results when someone is uneasy but doesn't know why. Number one, dreads. It's not the same? You sure it's not the same? Lihat dulu kata-katanya nih. Dreads. What is dreads? Is it something that you want to do, or is it something that you don't want to do? Is it something that you're excited about, or is it something that, oh my God, there is another webinar today? Dread is not really scared. Dread is a feeling that you don't want to do. Yeah, dread is like, I dread the rain, for example, because I don't like rain. Because if it rains, then I can't go anywhere. Because if it rains, then sometimes my electricity, there's a blackout in my area. If it rains, then my internet connection is usually very, very bad. And at this time, where people are doing things online, meeting things online, right? Oh my God, do we need good internet connection? So I dread them. Dread is not, it's not overthinking. Dread is you don't want to do something. When you feel that you do not really like to do something, so you dread. Waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, which I had to do this morning. Okay, because usually every Saturday morning I have another training that I have to take care of, and it's like, we start at 8 o'clock, so that means that by 7:30 I have to be like in front of my Zoom. You get it? So, I dread Saturday mornings, not Saturday afternoons because I get to see you. But then Saturday morning, I dread Saturday morning, not because I don't like my webinar, but because I have to wake up early. You get it? You get the idea? Oh, you too. All right. Yeah. So dread. So you get the idea of dread. Yeah. Okay. Dread is something that you don't look forward to. Okay. Now, so it says uneasy, but does not know why. Right? Nah, tu mana tu? Uneasy, but does not know why. Is this the same as what? Here. Something unknown. Ya kan? Jadi sebetulnya ini a paraphrase of this one. Yeah. Okay. So if you find it in an option yang katanya according to this blah blah blah, the feeling of anxiety results when someone is uneasy but doesn't know why. Is that true or false? Itu benar atau enggak benar? Benar. Okay. Literal loh. Tersurat loh ini, bukan tersirat. Ini semua ada di situ. It's just you connecting the different words used and the different what is that structure. Dah, sekarang yang ke kanan. Yuk. Anxiety, which is a feeling, is felt by people who do not know why they are uneasy. Intinya benar nggak itu? Sebetulnya benar nggak kita mengartikan anxiety seperti itu? Walaupun kalimatnya rada-rada, tapi maksud saya benar nggak the content, the message, is it the same or not? Anxiety, which is a feeling, is felt by people who do not know why they are uneasy. Is it right? Meaning. Kan? Yuk, benar nggak? Okay, the content is still the same. Yes. Hanya tulisannya rada-rada gitu ya. Nah, nanti ini urusannya ke writing gitu loh. Ini urusannya ke writing sebetulnya. Okay. This is how you avoid plagiarism. Ya. Oke, yuk. Next one. Nah, makin panjang sedikit. While most people are aware of such medical possibilities, okay. Now, while most people are aware of such medical possibilities, they are less aware of the fact that genes can also uncover a great deal about humankind's history and culture. Nah, ini udah panjang ya, panjang. Terus. Gimana? Okay, so that's what happens when you read and you do not focus and you just like read words. So let us chop. Yuk kita chunk dulu. Where is the subject? Where's the subject? Most people. Okay, so the subject is most people. Kenapa? Lupakan dulu deh si while-nya. Pokoknya di sini ada most people. Kenapa dia are aware of such medical possibilities? Such medical possibilities. Berarti ini kalau ada such medical possibilities yang seperti ini. Seperti apa? Itu kan? They are less. Ini siapa they-nya? While most people are aware of such medical possibilities, they, who are they? The medical possibilities atau most people are less aware of the fact that genes can also uncover a great deal about humankind's history and culture. So what do you think is the day? Itu tadi sama dengan it ya? People. Okay, good. People are less aware of the fact that genes, can also uncover a great deal about human history and culture. Okay, which sentence? Are the two sentences the same or different? Karena ini sudah pakai paraphrase lagi. The same or different? Many persons are aware of such medical possibilities, but they are less knowledgeable about people's history and culture. Itu sama nggak ya? Dengan yang this one. What about this one here? Most people know that they're blah, blah, blah. Most people know that genes are linked to potential medical advances. However, what they do not know, what they do not realize is genes can also tell us about the society and its past. Which one is the same? Which one has similar, same meaning? The green one or the blue one? What do you think? The right one. Okay, great. Because the left one, they are less knowledgeable. Ya, tapi bukan knowledgeable. Mereka tidak tahu bahwa genes dapat mengungkapkan, uncover a great deal about history and culture. Itu kan? Ya, intinya itu. Nah, kalau ini beda. Ini artinya beda jadinya. Mereka nggak mengerti tentang people's history and culture. Bukan itu maksudnya. Si genes ini loh, mereka tidak paham bahwa genes ini, mereka tidak mengetahui bahwa genes ini juga bisa memberikan informasi a great deal about persons or people's or humankind's history and culture. So the one on the right is the one that is the same. Okay? Yeah? Okay. Nah, for this one, what I need you to do is now Oke, sebelum saya buka tanya jawab, nanti kalau nggak ada pertanyaan ya saya yang tanya-tanya lagi ya. So, for this one, can you just, nah ini masih factual ya. Now, so for this one, can you please, alright, can you please just screenshot this because we're going to go to our Mentimeter. Oke, kita coba ke Mentimeter, right? Habis ini, please screenshot this first. Make sure that you get the according to the conventional theory, blah, 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 blah. Now, the question is, in paragraph 1, ini saya sudah masuk ke bentuk-bentuk gaya-gaya TOEFL lah, gaya-gaya IELTS, ini kayak begini nih ya. Oke. In paragraph 1, what point does the author make about the evidence of the tiredness theory of yawning? Yawning, you know, yawning. It's like now it's 2:30 in the afternoon. Everybody is yawning, I think, because they're sleeping. Okay, because they're sleepy. This is sleepy time, right? Now, so I gotta keep you awake, and that's why I'm giving you this so that you can be awake. Now, right? Oke, silakan di screenshot ini semua. Silakan dibaca baik-baik. Saya kasih waktu 1 menit untuk kemudian, oke, masuk ke sini. Bentar ya. I will give you the link in the chat box. Oops, sorry. Jadi link ini bisa diakses di chat box. Hold on. I think I can already to everyone. Yeah. Guys, if you are in Zoom, ya, silakan langsung klik ke situ. Okay, you can click that. Langsung you bisa masuk. Take out your smartphone, right? Bisa juga dari if you're using your laptop, you can just copy and then paste that. Alright, yang tidak di Zoom, saya nggak tahu, mungkin ada yang lagi live streaming. Ikut live streaming atau ada kesulitan masuk dengan that link, you can go here, go to menti.com, right? And if you open menti.com, then you will be asked for a passcode, and the code is 1549230. Bisa masuk dengan gaya ini, bisa juga masuk dengan gaya tadi, klik the link. Okay, ya. Okay, and if you click this link, pasti akan membawa Anda semua ke, bentar ya, saya stop share dulu, and you will see my screen, this screen. And you see that? Udah kelihatan belum screen-nya? Kayak seperti itu ya. Sebetulnya yang ada di tablet Anda nanti atau in your card, in the Mentimeter itu adalah itu. Oke? Nah, silahkan diisi A, B, C, nggak ada A, B, C di situ. Yang mana yang benar? What point does the author make about the tiredness of the theory of yawning? So you just click on the first circle or the second circle or the third circle. Hello at America? Halo James atau siapa? Yul? Sekarang lihat apa ya?
Halo, yes, Bu Hafil.
Yang dilihat apa ya sekarang ya?
Bu Hafil aja.
Oh masih saya, berarti saya harus stop sharing dulu. Oke, tunggu ya.
Iya.
Saya mesti shop sharing dulu. Udah, sekarang saya harus share. Hah? Ada yang belum screenshot? Oke, betul. Oke, nih. Sebentar ya, James. Sabar nih, anak-anak.
No worries, Bu.
Ini anak-anak ini. Oke, yang belum screenshot silahkan di screenshot dulu ya. Oke, cari. Sip. Nah, sekarang saya harus pindah ke my.
Screen-nya belum ada, Bu. Coba
Screen-nya belum ada, Bu.
Sabar. Memang belum ada. I know.
Oke. Tenang, Bu. No worries.
Tenang. Sekarang Amerikanya ikut tidak tenang. Kayaknya mereka yang bilang saya suruh tenang. Oke, sudah lihatkah?
Sudah, Bu.
See my screen now?
Yes, we see it.
Yang jawab baru satu. Ini pada tidur apa ya? Halo? Bangun. Halo? Come on. There is only one answer. So, come on vote. Kayak ini dulu ya. Mungkin. Saya refresh my screen. Oke. Jawab 2. Beda lagi jawabannya. Now we have 3. I'm waiting. Saya tunggu ya. Saya tunggu sampai mungkin James kita mesti mungkin nunggu 1 menit deh. Karena biasanya suka ribut dengan internet connection gitu. Internet connection.
Siap, Bu. The show is
Okay.
yours, right?
Ya, yang penting anak-anak lagi ini nih. Yang penting they are doing it. Okay.
For sure.
Yeah. So let's just wait. Now we have 4 participants. Now we have 5. Okay, still waiting 30 more seconds. Okay, now we have 6. Udah, ada lagi nih. Okay, we have 1 more. 7. Okay. 8. Okay. 10 more seconds. Nah ya. Okay, now what is the correct answer sih sebetulnya? Okay, there it is. Yay! Yeah, so the correct answer, the majority wins. So as you can see, there are 7 of you who answered the first point, which is there is no scientific evidence linking yawning and tiredness. Nanti kita bahas ya lebih lanjut. Okay, now, all right. Now I'm going to stop my Mentimeter first, and I will go back again. Jangan kemana-manain itu si Mentimeter because I need to go back. Now I have to stop share, and I will go back to. Okay, here we go. Now you see my PowerPoint, right? Okay. Now this was the reading, right? Okay. This was the reading. Okay. Hold on. this was the reading, right? And that was the point, the four options, A, B, C, D. Okay. And you answered A, which is correct. Now, why is A correct? Here we go. So you have to pinpoint, ini semua factual information ya, belum reading between the lines, right? Unfortunately, the few scientific investigations of yawning have failed to find any connection between how often someone yawns and how much sleep they have had or how tired they are. Nah, tuh bacanya juga mesti bacanya pelan-pelan. Unfortunately, mana subjeknya? Subjeknya adalah the few scientific investigations of yawning. That's the whole subject. The few scientific investigations of yawning. Verbnya mana? Have failed, kan ada failed ya, tapi terus ada pembantunya di situ, helping verb, karena in the present perfect, jadi have failed kenapa? To find any connection between how often someone yawns and how much sleep they have had or how tired they are. So, tadi kan kita sudah belajar about synonym itu. Okay. A, there is no, and all of you or most of you answered, there is no scientific evidence linking yawning and tiredness. Kenapa itu bisa jawabannya di situ? Karena tadi kan you cari, ya kan? Berarti you're looking for cara Anda menjawab soal-soal seperti ini. You cari pertama the sentence in the paragraph. Look for the sentence in the paragraph that is related to the sentences. Itu evidence. Kan ada begitu. A, evidence. B, evidence. C, evidence. D, evidence. Berarti di sini carilah kata-kata evidence. Kalau ada. Kan gitu kan? Nah, here, nggak ada evidence-nya. Tapi yang ada adalah scientific investigations, right? And then you have linking. Remember that evidence itu biasanya bukti, kan gitu kan? And how do we find evidence? Gimana kita bisa cari bukti? Ya biasanya berkaitan dengan investigasi, riset, data. You get it? Okay, now that's your thinking taking place. So you look for, nggak ada evidence, tapi ini ada investigation. Nah ini kali ya evidence. Okay. Di sini, failed to find any connection. Di sini, linking. Can you see that? Tadi kenapa kita pelajari tadi kan ya? Ada synonym, right? Any connection, ini linking. Yawning, between how often someone yawns, di sini yawning, and how much sleep they have had, blah, 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 how tired they are, and tiredness. Okay, you get the whole idea now? Yeah, even though it's explicit, it will be paraphrased. Gitu, dah, nggak usah lihat lagi CBCD. Alright, nah, ini lebih seru lagi. James, shall I stop first?
Sure.
I stop first because then I will open a question and answer session if they have a question and answer, right, James?
Yes, correct.
If they don't, then I will continue with this, right? Because I think we still have like 10 more minutes. Am I right?
Yes, correct. 10 more minutes.
Okay, so guys, hello. Any questions, any comments? And if you want to use your microphone, if you want to use your mic and mute yourself and you have a good connection, that's fine with me. Anyone? Hoo-hooey. Any questions? If you have some questions, some comments, thing that you need to clarify, or you can put it in your chat box. James, do we have questions from the bit.ly something?
Nggak ada. None
Ada
so
ya?
far.
Yang dari bit.ly itu nggak ada ya? Yang dari dokumen? Okay. So I will just focus on the chat box. Guys, hello. No questions. Clear, ma'am, kata si Ivan. Oke, teman-temannya Ivan di sini. No question? Oke, kalau no question, kayaknya mereka senang ditanya deh, James. So I'm going to ask them to do something. They don't like to ask, they just like being asked, right? So I'm going to continue, James, until 10 more minutes, yeah?
For sure.
Yeah, okay. So we don't waste any time. So let us, I'm going to share my screen again, and I'm going to ask you, ini masih terus, nanti masih ada. So please, we're still using our Mentimeter, right? So can you please now screenshot this, everybody? I'll give you 5 seconds to screenshot this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, got it? All right. Now, that's the screenshot. And look at this. Okay, you have your screenshot, yeah? Now, this is reading in chunks. I need you to read in chunks. I'm going to give you some time. And, yeah, I'll put this up still on my PowerPoint, and I need you to think. Okay, I will give you 2 minutes to think. Now, look at this. This is quite challenging because we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Ini model-modelnya IELTS, by the way. Ya. Kalau ada tadi model-model IBT, ini model-modelnya IELTS. Ya, oke. A, B, look at the options. The options you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have like 7 words that should be, okay, and out of those 7 words, 4, right, should be filled in number 1, match for number 1 till number 4. Jadi lebih seru dikit ya, karena kan biasanya satu kalau udah tahu, oh yang si C tuh di 1, si B di 3, ya tinggal yang sisanya the last one itu udah kayak giveaway, bonus lah gitu. Nah sekarang agak-agak dikusutin dikit ya, we make it a bit challenging for you. And I always think that challenge is exciting gitu loh. Exciting for you because you have to choose 4 from the 7 words. Right. So, jadi biar nggak bingung-bingung pakai gawainya. So, you look at your screenshot on your handphone and you look at this and you figure out which will you put where. Is it A that you're going to put in number 1? B you're going to put in number 3? Is it F you're going to put in number? Okay, now I'm going to keep quiet for 2 minutes. Oke, guys. Oke. Udah ya, 2 menit tuh. Oke. Alright. Now what I need you to do is now again in your Menti. Ya, coba dilihat di Mentinya. There is another that is now. Udah pada jawab. Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay. Now, in your Menti, all right, now I'm going to the next question. Sorry. Can you see it on my screen? And I'm sure that you can also see it on your Menti, yeah? Hello, everybody? Yeah? Okay, now what you need to do is just write down one word. Ini nanti bermunculan. Ada yang bilang material, ada yang bilang fundamental. Yang satu aja ya, yang number one. Yang XX tidak usah dijawab dulu, the first one. Oke, yang ini nih. The wheel is one of the invention that has had a major impact on bla 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 aspect of life. This bla bla bla. Si nomor satu aja XX-nya nggak usah. Nomor satu dari A, B, C, D. Fundamental. Oke. Ada yang ngomong material, ada yang ngomong original. Oke. We have 5, tadi ada 9. So I'm just going to wait another 30 seconds. Just write down which one of the A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Fundamental, material, original. Okay, that's 7 people. Berarti ada yang sama ya. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. There should be. Come on, guys. One more. Okay. It seems that. All right. Let me just refresh my screen just in case. Okay. So I think most of you answered fundamental, right? I think most of you answered fundamental ya. Nah, jadi kalau ini fundamental, yang ini apa dong? Oke. Sekarang the next one. So I'm just going to go to the next one. Sekarang yang diisi is the second one, not the XX. The wheel is one invention that has had a major impact on titik-titik aspects of life. Okay, but no impact has been as blah 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 as that of language. Kira-kira apa? Tadi yang udah isi fundamental nggak boleh ngisi fundamental lagi loh di sini ya. Yang udah ngisi original nggak usah ngisi original, nggak bisa ngisi original lagi di sini. Okay. So we have some of you, the 4 of you, but we are talking about original and admired. Okay. Yuk, 30 detik lagi. 30 seconds, admired juga. Okay. No other. Let me just refresh this. Okay, everyone, right? Okay, now, all right. So I'm going to stop now, and let's see what happens. Some of you forgot to screenshot. Okay, now just going to share my screen again. Yeah, my PowerPoint. Hold on, hold on. There we go. Okay, so you can see my PowerPoint, yeah, right? Okay. The correct answer is, yeah, correct answer is the wheel is one invention. Okay, the wheel is one invention that has had a major impact on material aspects of life, but no impact has been as fundamental as that of language. Okay, that's the answer. How you find that answer? Nah, for you to think, yang belum screenshot ini silahkan di screenshot sekarang. Oke, and silahkan juga di screenshot ini. Okay, and you have to think about this. Why I say that, coba dibaca lagi. You are not reading with your mind. You're still reading with your eyes. I need you to read with your mind. Okay, so please read again. And I have given you the answer. Number one should be, the answer should be material. Number two should be fundamental. Okay? Oke, so ya udah, ya berarti harus baca lagi gitu kan? Oke, oke. I think three is complex. Okay, so we'll discuss that more, yeah, next week and next week, the next 2 weeks, right, James? Okay, James. So I guess this is, I'm going to stop sharing, right? And we'll talk more about this. So I'm just my last say is that remember that sometimes even explicit information, all right, when it's asked this way, even explicit information can also be very tough and challenging. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Yes, James, over to you.
And we ask our audience members a question. That question is true or false? Habitual readers are more civic minded. And the correct answer to that is true. Studies have shown that adults who read often are more likely to engage in volunteer work. Unfortunately, no one was able to get the correct answer on our social medias, but thank you to everyone who has participated. Don't forget to tune in next time for another chance for a shout out from us. Now, I'd like to remind all our audience members that we are doing an iPhone 12 Pro giveaway. And in order to join, find out more details by looking at the link bit.ly/BHMExpress. All right. Now, you may be wondering, how could I develop an awesome idea for a place like this? It's very easy. All you need to do is go to our website at www.atamerica.or.id, select Create a Program, and click Collaborate with us. All event proposals coming to us will be reviewed, and your event might be featured here soon. You can also subscribe to our newsletter for all our weekly updates. That wraps this episode. It's been fun, but we have to say goodbye for now. Follow our Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at @ATAmerica for all our fun contents, event updates, and so much more. Thanks again, everyone, for joining. My name is James, and I'll see you at the next At America TV episode. Goodbye.
Bye.